What is good, everyone? It's me, it's your boy FSG115, back making new content on this lovely channel. And today we're going to be doing a tier list of all the Star Wars series and movies in one shebang. I love Star Wars. I've got a load of Star Wars tattoos, as you can see. I just love Star Wars. But some of these things might be a bit controversy and open to people's opinions, and that is fine. I'm open to it. Do what you want. This is my personal tier list, and if you want to put your input, put it in the comments, but don't slate me too hard, okay, so we're going to be starting off with the Phantom Menace. Now, as a 2002 child, this movie right here was great, as in, like, well, obviously came out in 99, but still I grew up with this alignment of movies, basically. And these are the ones that I do stick to more. The originals are great, don't get me wrong, don't kill me, but I'd prefer it. For me personally, I'd prefer these, but I'm gonna put the Phantom Menace in, I'd reckon, great. It's a great movie. Storyline's good, obviously with Qui-Gon Jinn dying in the end, spoilers for people. Builds a plot for Obi-Wan and Anakin to go forth to the end movie. But going into the second movie, which is the Clone Wars, it wasn't as good as Phantom Menace in my opinion. But I reckon it deserves a good, because it was a good movie. CGI was a bit math, and I will never forgive them for CGI floating Padme's mouth when she was eating that pear thing. No. So now we get to the big now this is Grandmaster. Like, so much stuff happens in this movie. It's amazing. You have your Grievous fight with Obi-Wan. You have Yoda versus Palpatine. You've got the transformation of Anakin to Darth Vader. You've got the Count Dooku fight at the beginning. And you can't forget the Obi-Wan versus Anakin on Mustafar, because that is just like I can't say the fucking word. Cinematography greatness. The visuals are amazing. The storyline is just, you know what I mean? But yeah, Revenge of the Sith, Grandmaster in my opinion. It is an S tier movie. Okay, now we're going into A New Hope, and this was a good stepping stone for the franchise to build off, because I speak to a load of people at work who are the older generation who grew up with this type of movie. They said the CGI and what they were able to do at that time when they made it was just incredible. But nevertheless, this movie was good. Now, don't hate on me, but it was just good for me. I can't give it any higher than that, I'm afraid. Like, for me to watch it, it was a good, it's a solid movie that sets the story, right? So we'll leave it at that. Now we're going into The Empire Strikes Back. Now, this movie was great. Just the duel between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker was enough for me. And obviously the training on Dagobah with Yoda. But that fight scene alone puts it in great for me. I love this movie. Anyone who doesn't like this movie needs to not like Star Wars anymore. And we're moving on to Return of the Jedi. Now, this movie was, I'd put great. I'd say it's probably above A New Hope. I'd put it above The Phantom Menace, I reckon, if I can. So can we do that? I think that's the order in the great we're going with. I think it's a top tier great movie. It's in the top of the row. You know, you've got Leia being captured by Jabba, being a slave, the Rancor scene, you know, Boba Fett going into the Sarlacc pit, Jabba dying, and the fight in the end was good. In the throne room with Palp, and Vader chucks him off. Solid movie, definitely would say it stays there, because S tier is just, you know, just that little bit more. Now, Force Awakens was difficult for me. Personally, I liked the start of the sequels, yeah? I liked where this could have gone, but they fucked up. So I'm gonna put not good. I'm not gonna put Bantha Poodoo, because I don't think it quite deserves that. Because I've got CGI, just the visuals of it don't deserve it to be in there. Okay, you probably hate on me for putting this in there, but I kind of liked it. I just wish Finn was more than what he was. I still know his band number. It's FN2187. I'm a proper nerd. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think he deserved more. Rey should not be a thing. Straight up not be a thing. Like, he just appears from fucking nowhere. The most powerful fucking entity to appear. No training whatsoever. Little to no training. Yeah. Poe Dameron's probably my favourite character in this fucking thing. That's how scary it is. Okay, so we're going on to The Last Jedi. Now, this is going to go Bantha Poodoo. Because it was so boring to me. The only thing that kind of redeemed it was the fight on the on the salt planet with the Ren and Luke. But then it's brought out that he's a fucking projection of himself in the Force, and they completely ruined Luke's, thing he had going on. He completely ruined it, in my opinion. Like, they just sent him to... He was doing all this Jedi training, built the Jedi Temple. Well, back up. Getting all these students in. It goes wrong, he exiles himself like Yoda did on Revenge of the Sith. And I didn't like that for him, because if you see him in this little beauty right here, you see how powerful he was and how much... it doesn't make sense why they did what they did. It doesn't make sense. And that really irks me. So, that's where it's staying. Now, this is just... Yeah. I'm not going to put... The only reason I'm not going to put it in there, because I have seen it. But it's definitely worse than The Last Jedi. What the fuck was this, bro? Like, I can't even think of anything good to say about it. I genuinely can't. Like, when it came out in the cinema, I was so excited. And then it gets hit with fucking this.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
It's like, nobody wanted that. But Andor, amazing. I loved it. And when my guy hit me with this quote,
Can't swim.
It made me tear. I'm joking, it didn't, but it was very sad. But Andor was a very good depiction on what life is like outside the Jedi Order when you're just trying to survive from the Empire. And I think that puts it in really good perspective as to how much control they had over the galaxy. But Andor, I'm going to put in great. I liked Andor. I don't know about anyone else. Slate me if you want, but that's my opinion. Now, The Mandalorian, if we're talking of season 1 and 2, it's up here. I loved it, but because season 3 happened, it's gonna go about there. Maybe? No, go there. Yeah, I think that's the way I want it. No, I don't. I want that there. That's definitely... If it was just the 2 seasons, or they didn't make season 3, that would be Grandmaster. But season 3 ruined it for me. I don't know why, it just did. The whole story of going to Mandalore and reclaiming their homeland, yeah, fine. Fine with it. But then, it's like... all this stuff they did... in like the Book of Boba Fett, and the other Mandalorian seasons, building it up to get Grogu out to his own kind to safety. Now, I understood that it wasn't gonna be Grogu because in, I think it was The Last Jedi, Luke explained to Rey that Ben Solo was his first student in the Academy. So I knew it wasn't going to be Grogu because they literally say it in one of the movies. But that's why. But I just felt like it just got destroyed because they built it up to send him off to Luke, and that scene alone in season 2, the last episode of season 2, when Luke is destroying them Dark Troopers, that is why it is up there, because it gave me Vader vibes. Okay, Luke gave me Vader vibes from where the hell? Oh my god, Rogue One isn't there. Oh well. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm going to put in good. Now, people can slate me for that. I don't think it deserves more than a good. Like, it was visually pleasing to me, you know. But, again, they were like... They keep making, Vader hold on to plot armor, if you get me. As in, like, in A New Hope, he says... The last time I saw you, blah blah blah, you know the quote. And that was supposed to be here when he left him for dead on Mustafar. But then they met again, and Obi-Wan destroyed him again. Now, in my opinion, this series would have gone better if at the end, Obi-Wan didn't win. He just had to run off, kind of thing. Like he shared his point, he viewed his point, he fought with him, basically saying, I'm still here, you know, you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna get fucked up, basically. But he beat him, and now it's just like, well, what's the point? Like, they're probably one of the most, well, apart from Palpatine, they're one of the most powerful Sith, well, the only other Sith in the galaxy. And he just got fucking rocked. Like, okay. And there's a scene in this series near the end when they're all fighting, and literally Obi-Wan struggles to topple over a rock, like a side of a mountain, basically, or whatever. And Vader's just there holding it with one arm, and he fucking flings that shit across to another continent, bro. And you're telling me he lost? And like when he put his hand down on the floor, broke the floor, Obi-Wan fell in. You're telling me that man, Vader, lost to that? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. So that's why it's there, and it will stay there. Visually, it was pleasing to me, but because it damaged this story, in my opinion, it can't go higher than that. Okay, so going on to the Book of Boba Fett. Now, people shit on this series. I don't know why. As in, I'm going to give it above Obi-Wan. Now, you're probably going to shit on me in the comments for this, but I liked it. I liked the fact that he was building his own empire. Obviously crawling out the Sarlacc pit because he's got Beskar armor. Whatever, he survives. But, you know, he goes around hiring all these people, like building his empire like Jabba did. Now, for me, that's really cool. Like when he got his Gamorrean guards, I found that so cool. Obviously, then the Hutts gifted him a Rancor for his underneath, and he was just building slowly, but he got robbed. It was Mandalorian 2.0 because he got robbed of 2 episodes, and I don't know how to feel about that. Don't get me wrong, that N1 Starfighter scene with Pelimoto, beautiful scene, loved it to bits. Could have been in The Mandalorian though. Boba Fett got robbed, and I hope he gets another season. I want him to progress, because now Cad Bane is dead. Well, supposedly dead, because his light box was still flashing at the end of it, so that's up for debate. But now Cad Bane's out of the way, the Pike Syndicate is pretty much eradicated. I'd love to see him build more and encounter new threats, or if the Pikes come back, try and take his land, or if the Hutts come back, try and take his claim to the throne. That would be cool. Boba Fett, underrated season, in my opinion, deserves to be in good. Now, Solo, okay. I'm going to put it in okay because I wasn't left thrilled with it. It obviously builds his character and how we got the Falcon and met all these people and whatever. But I don't think it deserves more than that. Because it didn't. I can't even say I've watched this more than 3 times. Because I just didn't enjoy it. No, I'm telling you, like, I enjoyed it. But there's better Star Wars things I wanted to watch. So that is why it's there. Swiftly moving on. Tales of the Jedi. Very good. Very good, if so, in front of Bad Batch. I love this. The scene where Ahsoka, the Inquisitor goes to Ahsoka. I can't remember which, if it's an Inquisitor or someone else. But yeah, that scene was good. Obviously the scene with Yaddle and Dooku, that was good. Very solid series. I'm yet to watch Tales of the Empire, which has come out as of May the 4th of this year. So I need to watch that. Now Ahsoka, felt like it left a lot to be desired. Obviously we had the passing of, what's his name now? Baylan Skoll, Ray Stevenson. We lost Ray Stevenson. So I don't know if he actually finished filming before he died, but I wanted to see his character develop a bit more in this, along with Shin. I wanted more from it, because as soon as they hyper jumped to where Ezra was, their storyline kind of fell off. They kind of became irrelevant in a sense. Like, they were still around, but it wasn't focused on them as much. Which obviously the main focus is going to be going on Thrawn returning. But I don't know, that disappointed me a bit because I really like Baylan Skoll and Shin. And yeah, I think this deserves a good. I think it deserves to be there. Now, there is stuff missing, I'm sure, from this, because Tales of the Empire obviously isn't on here, because I've not watched it yet, so that would go here anyway. But we're missing one crucial one that I would have put S tier if it was presented to me, and that's Rogue One. That story is beautiful. That is one of the movies that Disney did perfect. Like, they did it right, as in, oh, I remember seeing that in the cinema for the first. We bunked college, me and my friend, to go see this movie. I'd never want anyone to do that. Get your grades. But yeah, Rogue One would have gone right there, right next to Revenge of the Sith. Just the whole story of it with Saw Gerrera in there. We got Jyn Erso, and then obviously Andor kind of develops this man. Oh, what's his name? Cassian. It kind of develops Cassian's character before he gets blown up by the Death Star, so props off to them. I like that. But yeah, Jyn Erso, Cassian, you've got your droid, the security droid, I can't remember his name, his code name. Just amazing overall. I loved it, and that scene at the end with Vader, this one. Just make anybody like cream in the pants. Like, it's amazing. I do believe after that movie we're all done. But anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comments. I'm ready to get slated, obviously, because it's very one-sided. It's, you know, it's my opinion. It's what I enjoy. It's what I didn't enjoy. There it is. It was there on the screen. Anyway, enough talk. Like, subscribe. See you in the next video, y'all. Peace out.